Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, this is Stan Schofield, and I'm inviting all of my KWK family and my family to watch Church Without Walls, 11 o'clock on Mondays, for the greatest and latest show around. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12, Central Standard Time. We thank you for listening and we thank you for watching us. You are the church and you're going to help us knock down all the walls that's standing in front of you. We certainly hope that you done had a beautiful, wonderful week. We pray and hope that you visit your church house. We know that you love God, and God has proved that he loved you because he let you go without you. Go every day with a reasonable portion of your help and strength. And we thank him for allowing us to be on the air once again in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. We ask that you tell a neighbor, tell your friend, Church Without Walls. Join us every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. We have a great show for you today. My name is Charles Stewart, co-host by the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams, and we have two outstanding gentlemen that God have blessed this world to have in the studio. But before we bring them before you, we just want us, the people in the Bahamas, we don't know them. I don't know anyone that lives in Bahamas, but certainly my heart go out to them, and I'm more than sure everybody in the studio are praying for Bahamas, and we know in due time God will restore that country back. And to everyone have a little problem. I always in my prayers, I always say that we all need God. Some need him for one thing, some need him for another one. But we believe that he's capable and he can supply our needs. But remember, according to his will and his glory. So we thank you for letting us come into your home, where you may be in the office, driving your car, or whenever you view the show. We want you to know Church Without Walls love you. Saying that, we're going to get into the show real fast this morning. We have in the studio Reverend Dr. Derek Kane from Atlanta, Georgia, is in our studio this morning. Many of y'all know he's the nephew of one of the country's greatest men that God let walk on this earth, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He is in the studio with us this morning, and many of y'all done heard him before, and he's been a blessing to the ministry of Bethesda House of Prayer. A few weeks ago, he really blessed the people. And we excited that he is in the studio. He has said that when he was in the city, he would come visit our studio. So we thank God for him. And also in the studio, we have a gentleman by the name of Dr. Oscar Denja. He is the only African American that running for governor in the state of Louisiana. He is here to hear your questions, anything you need to ask him, And I think the governor race started out with like 9 candidates. I think they down to 6 now. And so we invite you to call, if you like to call, 1-563-999-1808 if you have any question you want to talk to him. You never know what God has in store. Nobody thought Donald Trump would make it, and he made it. So we have to have him in the studio. And first, I want Dr. Kane to introduce himself to the audience, tell the people things about himself that he wants you to know. Some stuff he may not want y'all to know. But whatever on his heart to say, we'd like for him to introduce himself. Then after that, Dr. Dantzler, he would introduce himself.
Mr. Stewart, Reverend Williams, Dr. Dantzler, certainly. I'm always privileged to represent the kingdom of heaven and try to be of service to the community of man. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a retired educator after 22 years in a university classroom. Stopped pastoring in 1989. Like the late Reverend C.L. Franklin, I chose not to die on the battlefield. But this program is not about me. I'd be certainly remiss if I didn't say why I'm in the city, in the area, and on this broadcast. Dr. Omar Dantzler asked me, and came not mention him on a recommendation from Dr. Byron Clay to get this man elected, and I'm doing everything I can to get Dr. Dantzler in Baton Rouge. So what I would hope would happen that the major content of this broadcast is centered on Dr. Dantzler, because I'm not running, he is. And for the viewers and the listening audience, please listen keenly and clearly, because we got a job to do. I've been coming in out of Louisiana for almost 40 years, and I know Louisiana politics. So you got Louisiana politics, and then you got Louisiana politricks. And we got to make sure Dr. Dantzler does not succumb to the politricks of Louisiana. So, Mr. Stewart, I hope I did what you asked me to do.
Okay, the honest candidate that running, honest African American candidate that is running for governor. I think they started out with 9, they down to 6, as I said earlier, and he a part of the 6. So, Doctor, let the people in the state of Louisiana know who you are for the one that don't know anything about you. Act like you have Burger King. They say, have it your way. Have it your way, guys.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I'm Dr. Oscar Omar Dantzler Jr., and I'm running for the state of Louisiana governor. I need y'all support. I need y'all endorsement to help me share the goals and visions to move our state, the state of Louisiana, into a better future. You know, and coming into this studio, I'd like to thank each and every one that's here and giving me a great opportunity to kind of get my word out, because a majority of your local areas in the parish of the television broadcast system and your newspaper, they had been concealing me from the public. But I think through God, all things is possible. And I want to say, if you want to see the improvement of quality for our people, our citizens of the state of Louisiana, then you need to vote for me.
Okay, Doc, you said that probably need to vote for you. Dr. Williams?
Well, Doc, I've always been told by my father, whenever you speak of something in a positive way, that you're committed to it and that it's going to happen and you believe it's going to happen. So if I would say something to you, I would say at this point, based upon what you just stated, feel like you already in that seat.
Yes, sir.
Feel like you're already in that
Thank
seat, and is there and the changes that you. Let me ask you a question. What would you do differently than the past government has done?
Well, one main issue that he raised taxes. That's an error. I want to lower tax. Not only that, I want to also pass a bill to suspend all growth tax to take the burden off of our citizens. And also, he passed and signed a pro-life bill. You know, that's error. I'm pro-choice. I don't think no government, no one should pass a bill to restrict the rights of a female today, violating their constitutional rights.
Dr. Dantzler, after you, excuse me, gentlemen, that you just gave a couple of boards in your platform, but let the audience know how to get in touch with your campaign.
Okay, again, if you want to contact me, you can contact me by phone 985-215-1508, or you can email me at Oscar OSCAR D as in dog ANTZLER at yahoo.com. Also, you can visit my Facebook page, Oscar OSCAR Omar OMAR Dantzler D as in dog ANTZLER. Please, I encourage you to go to my Facebook page, and you can see all of the television broadcasting commercials I've done that you're not being seen, a lot of my radio broadcasting that I've been putting out, and plus the numerous of the parishes throughout the state of Louisiana that we have been visiting so far to try to get and gain the support to help bring this campaign to a close.
Okay, we're going to go to our first break. And after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to ask you some questions. Primarily, I want to know why you want to be governor and where you plan on taking the state if the citizens see fit. So we're going to take our first break. After the break, we will be back with our guest, Dr. Derek Kane, and also Dr. Omar Dantzler. I'm pronouncing that right,
Yes,
Doctor? Okay.
Dantzler.
Dantzler. So we're so happy to have him in the studio. So we'll be back.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
Yep. Here we go.
This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare me.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What
We are back. You are listening. You are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. I'm your host, Charles Stewart, along with Dr. Anthony Williams. We have as our special guest Dr. Derek King from Atlanta, Georgia, and also in the studio, the honest African American candidate in the race, the one and only Dr. Omar Dantzler. And we are happy to have him in the studio. And we have had many candidates in our studio that is running for office. And he is the first one that stopped by that running for governor. And we're proud that he is here. And he is a fine gentleman. Doctor, I want to ask you, what motivated you to run for governor?
Well, first of all, I have a heart for righteousness, just doing right and making to better our community and our parish and our state. My heart kind of waxed, cold because of the way that our state is being ran right now. I ran for previous office, and now I strongly believe that my heart is set to run because of the vision that was given to me by God to make sure that I can work with the state and the citizen to improve our quality of life in many different ways or aspects for the state of Louisiana citizens.
Okay, now you motivated to run for governor, but could you share with the viewing and listening audience some of your things that you have did in your community, your civic work, your church affiliation? People want to know all these things about you. Number one, I guess we'll start out with your involvement. Have you ever ran for office before?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you have?
Yes, sir.
And what that was for?
I ran for the 7th Ward Marshal, and they was think it was 7 candidates, and I came in 3rd place in that race.
Okay.
And lastly, I ran for the mayor and the mayor of the city of Hammond, and the incumbent that went back in that race. They put another black African American in the race to split the votes on me. I could have made the first black African American mayor in the city of Hammond, but by putting the other black African American in the race, that split the votes, and the incumbent of the Republican went back in.
Okay. Now you just said Hammond, so could you share with our office? I mean, I should have asked you earlier. Specific your address. Where do you live from, and what area of state of Louisiana that you come from and you represent?
Well, I'm from the city of Hammond, and I'm from the Tangipahoa Parish of the state of Louisiana, and I'm affiliated with a lot of different organizations. Also, as a minister myself, a clerk, a pastor. I received doctoral degree in theology. Uh, so again, I have very few. I'm a member of the NEA, meaning National Education Association. I'm a member at LEA, Louisiana Association of Education. I'm also an employment for 26 years with the public parish school system.
You employee there?
Still employed for 26 years. Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, I remember reading something on you that you was a member of the National Rifle Association.
Yes, sir. I'm a member of the National Rifle Association. I'm a member of the Magnolia Peace Officer Association. I'm a member also affiliated with Louisiana State Police. Also, Mississippi Highway Patrolman State Police. I'm a member also of the International Organization of Private Investigator, International Executive Protective Agent. Also, organization at the Minister Lounge, part of the Minister Lounge. So I'm well equipped in my community. I want to bring about changes. So that's why I'm running. I'm asking and hoping I can get a lot of support from these organizations that I strongly support, especially our educational system. You know, I've been in 26 years with the education system and supporting them highly hearted, you know, and the NRA. So I'm very familiar with and experienced in a lot of our community activities. I'm an actor also. I'm also a civil rights leader. I've been speaking out against corruption at these public hearings, school board meetings, and etc. So I don't want to put a time so they can ask questions. See a lot of well, one of my our I want to try to Louisiana, and secondary, I want to bring in a secondary continuing education technical degree. Because, you know, today, Doc, a lot of our kids don't want to go to college. So they will have another alternate route. In other words, when they graduate from a high school, they will have a continuing education. It could be whether woodwork, agriculture, welding, you know, whatever it may be. So they can take that continuing education and move forward with a job and it help them and keep them out of trouble until they can get to something better and move up the ladder and maybe they may decide to go to college. And again, I want to look at also improving safety of our early learning center, our daycares. I think that a lot of single parents today, majority of them are dependent. They're looking at the system because our daycare are where they don't have a lot of funding to put a lot of their kids into these daycare. So again, I want to look and try to rehabilitate and assist some kind of bill in helping our young people, these single parents, to help partially pay for some of these daycare where they can go out and get a job and become independent and want to try to maneuver and move forward to better themselves in education and economic.
Well, Doc, sounds like to me that you have a lot of passion for this, and I'm assuming the show is on the air when a lot of school teachers at work probably a lot of you know them a lot of them view the show. Uh, Sometimes they get off from work. A lot of them, you know, a lot of our viewers they call and say they really enjoy the show. So I always try to ask questions that I think that they would ask. And number one, I know the governor he uh, he on his promo his commercial said that he gave the teachers a raise, and that seemed to be something that he's proud of. I think if he did do it, I mean, I haven't followed that. That's a great deal. So, in your Bedford governor, seemed to me education is a passion. What do you have in your platform that you can build on what the governor got going on already? What is your passion to take it a little higher for the school system?
Okay, good question there, Doc. Well, the teachers, first I want to say, you know, I commend the government for that particular raise, but it could have been a whole lot better. Now, most people are not aware that the governor's wife also is a school teacher, so they family will reap the benefit from the $1,000. I think that was poor. As my in line, I want to bring the teachers, not just the teachers, but other words, the whole school system, the bus driver, the cafeteria worker, our janitor. I want to bring the pay raise up on the national level on a national state level, you could pay not $1,000. So say like if California teachers on a scale of 67,000 and we down here, other word to 45. I want to try to bring the salary up to around the $60,000 mark. I think they will, other word, would highly appreciate that, and that's one of my goals. I want to bring the teachers and all the system of the education system up on a national level pay scale. And also on that particular bill, I want to say, notice when the bill got signed, it was the last term of the governors going out. And to me, that's a way that a vote buying, you leading the horse to water. In other words, you persuading them that you're going to do better. You know, this should have been done the first year of taking office, and not just the teachers I'm looking at. I'm looking at our law enforcement, our firemen, in other words, our medical staff. These are people that govern our livelihood every day. I want nice pay raises for all these type of individuals who govern our livelihood every day. So again, I'm here. I'm for the people. That's my main slogan. I'm for the people. And if you look at our senior citizens today, I want to, in other words, look at them as give them a pay raise. This is well overdue. The salary that these our senior citizens, I want to make sure they're never left behind. I want to give them a pay raise. And when they reach the age of 65, I want them with a card to pay full medical and medical prescription and medical visit paid in full.
You talking about me now.
Okay. We have in the studio governor candidate, and certainly he is letting you know how you feel about this state. And we're going to take another break. We got to pay a few bills, but we'll be right back. You're going to listen to Church Without Walls in the studios up in New Orleans. Talk work, Dr. Anthony Williams and Charles Stewart. We'll be back.
Kick it for me one time.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is boy Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, AKG, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money. money.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Kick it for me one time.
We are back. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12. Knocking down them walls that may stand in your way. We can do it together. In the studio, we have a candidate for governor that is running. And we talk with him about his campaign. And any campaign that you have, a lot of time you have injustice that hit you at all angles once you put yourself out there. And it take a big person, a special person, to offer themselves up for office. Once you put yourself out there, you get attacked on every end. Everybody talk about your dog, your cat, everybody. So you know what they're going to do you. And they attack your family. They don't care. So, Doc, tell us, have in this campaign, have you been treated fairly in this campaign?
Well, I tell you what, Doc, good question. I'm going to let the viewers know that I strongly believe and that I've been constantly discriminated upon against. I've been mistreated by your local television broadcasting, your local newspapers. They have continued to conceal me, from the public, as the only black African American, that's in this race. I strongly feel that I'm being racial discriminated against by all the local broadcasting systems throughout the state of Louisiana. And, I think the views should be aware. This is why they have not been seeing me on television, me in the newspaper. So, again, we are beating the bushes. I'm not standing still. I'm out here still trying to move forward to try to get my message out to the viewers,
Well, Doc, I got to jump in on this. Now, you are running for office. I'm supporting you. I'm not, but maybe sometimes you might feel there's some things you can't say. Audience, both viewing and listening, Dr. Dantzler has paid for airtime, has paid for it, and it ain't hit the screen yet. Now, uh, like Mr. Stewart say, when it takes courage to run for office, but then there are people who want the same job that one candidate does, and they will use resources. Mr. Stewart was right on target. What did they used to call it? Mud slinging campaigns. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that mud slinging campaigns? Just like you want to be elected, there are some other people who want to be elected, but they don't want you to be elected. So they're doing what they can to keep you from getting your message out. All I'm saying, I think he was just a little soft. This man is paid for airtime, and through however folks do what they do, his stuff ain't being aired. Now that ain't right. That ain't right. But tell the audience again how to get to your promotional stuff that ain't hitting the screen.
Okay, again, you can log in on Oscar, OSCAR, Omar, OMAR, Dantzler, D as in dog, ANTZLER. That's my Facebook page. And please get on there and look and view and share. Y'all gonna see numerous of television commercials, radio broadcasting, at least about 15 to 20 parishes that I've been going out, speaking at functions in local churches, so throughout. I've been trying to get out much as we possibly could to try to get the message out to the people. And again, let me say this here. I went and had to go to Morgan City. I received letter. I had to fill out information, fax everything back in, and I had to pay. I paid $700 to enter into that big festival and the parade of Morgan City. We go down our drive, took a big float, had a lot of my supporters with me. The people in Morgan City, like the other surrounding parish, were not even aware that I was running, that they had a black candidate, in this race as the next governor. And people was taking pictures and coming out. We have a black African running for the governor. They was coming up to my float, shaking my hand, asking me for water, different things, trying to talk with me. So many photographs was taken in video. And not only that, you had local radio, newspaper, and television broadcast was present. And when they saw me, they refused. You must have snapped my photo. They refused. In other words, they turned the camera down. And that was was insulting to me. But, I have the word of God in me and the script of God. I'll just continue to put that behind me and I continue to press on, So later on, after the parade and everything, but now you need to know when I showed up to the parade, they had to contact me. I had to sign in a sheet and I was given a paper, a number order to put in my windshield so they know exactly what number I was. And I also paid for a call out. As we was going down, they had to call Dr. Omar Dantzler is running for the state of Louisiana governor. So after the parade and everything was over, later on, my brother emailed me a link that the local news posted on Facebook, and it said nothing about that Dr. Dantzler Weemer was present. Didn't show a video, but they talked about our prior governor, John Bell Atwood. They talked about all the other white governor responding. Hey, but they did not say a word about me like I wasn't even much present. I was upset, and I think that was very wrong and racial motivated. You know, I think a lot of money is being paid to concealment, from me from the news, and I think it's not proper as injustice, and I need the audience to please listen to what I'm saying. When they share my Facebook stuff, please share it. Please make phone calls to get out here, to show the people that I'm telling the truth and I'm for all the people. That's what I was going to say to you. That's what I was going to say to you.
What I'd like to say to you, Doc, I want to put that out there that in some instances, the news media is only interested in selling news and newspaper. And if they can't find nothing on you to slander your name, then they're not going to put you out there. So you have to watch. Your fight is more than just for the running of the race. It's to deal with the equality of the individual. And if people are in that race, they should be given the same privilege as everybody else is given.
But on another subject, Michelle Obama said, when they go low,
you go high.
You go high. And you're a candidate for, are you a candidate just for black folks?
I'm a candidate for all people. One of my slogans that you will see on my Facebook page is states and read that I am a down-to-earth local person. I can relate to any person without regard to race, sex, religion, nationality. So I'm a low-earth person, so I can meet the need of any type of individual. And again, please share and go on my Facebook page. And Doc, it gets to me, but the word of God continue on in my heart to keep me pressing on. Because I know it's wrong what they're doing to me, but I say this here. If they would have found something on me by now, and I know they still digging, I don't think there's nothing out there because I always kept a clean slate. And I think I would have been disqualified probably along with the first three. And what was so important, I think that the viewers need to look at my Facebook page. They'll see that I was qualified, that one photo was taken of me. I was placed there by the news reporter at the Secretary of State the day of qualification. It had about 6 to 8 white reporters there, TV cameras. They asked me so many questions, at least about 45 minutes. Now, why wasn't I introduced on television as a black African candidate that's running for the state of Louisiana governor? Why wouldn't I even mention it to the local newspaper, the Advocate? I got a newspaper, the Advocate paper, the next day. And they did not list my name at all as a candidate that was running for the state of Louisiana governor. I looked at the writer name. I hope I had the newspaper with me. I can show you the writer name. And the same writer gave me her card that she personally interviewed me. And I give each one on one of my flyer, and not to mention me at all on the Advocate paper. I was very hurt by that. So I need you all support to help me share my information, to get the image out, to let the people know that I'm for all the people and I'm the right choice. And today we need to make the right choice. I will be a governor for all people, not just the black African people. I'm the governor for all people.
Now, you won't even help small businesses, right?
Yes, sir. Also on my agenda, I want to try to work with all of our local small businesses. Again, I'm a self-owner myself of 3 small businesses myself. I didn't have no help from no bank, but I want to do this as your next governor. I want to work with these local bankers. I think if we put our money into these local banks, they're going to have to answer to us. I think that they should be able to work with us in the individual that have a mind, decide that they want to do what? To start a small business. I want to get with these bankers. Let's do what's necessary to get some grants or borrow some type of money loan to let these individuals become small business owners. Because if you don't want to help these people, then we need to stop banking at these banks. Again, I will be your governor that's going to get the job done. I will work for you. The mansion does not belong to me as a governor, but the people in general, as a citizen, as an open door policy.
Well, it look like you done got started. One other quick note. Now, are you just going to be pro-Democrat or are you going to reach across the aisle?
I'm for all the people. Doc Good Johnson, I'm willing to sit down. It don't matter if you're Republican, Independent, Democrat, or other. I think that God has given me the ability and the Spirit of God that I can sit down to the table and come in agreement with anybody if it's for the right purpose.
Okay, we have to take our last break. Look like you done got all fired up there, Doc, and you know, well, I hate that we have to break your momentum going into this break, but we're gonna take our last break of the day, and after we take our last break, we're gonna come back and we're gonna ask you if you win this, what your plan is to move the state forward, and also we want to talk a little bit more about unfair adjustment that you receive in over the state. So you are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls, Dr. Anthony Williams and Charles Stewart. We'll be right back.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Charlene Duforce.
And I'm Bishop Carol Duforce Sr.
And we're from Living Witnesses Ministries.
And we also have a program on the internet called Living by the Word Daily. And we're seen every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
And we would like to invite you to tune in with us every Wednesday morning. Again, 11 to 12 noon Central Daylight Time. Please join us as we teach the Word of God. Thank you and God bless.
God bless you.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are back. You are listening and watching Church Without Walls. We thank Dr. D. Dunn for listening and watching. She always check us out. And Dr. Dunn, thank you for watching. And Ms. Watson and many, many more. I hate to call names, but sometimes when people listen to you every week, you always want to acknowledge that you love them. You thank all of y'all for listening and watching the show. And we have in the studio is candidate for governor. We want to say that we done had many, many candidates on the show. Next week, I think Dr. Donna R. Jones, who's running for Council District 3, gonna be on the show with us next Monday, and he's gonna tell you about his campaign. We done had the sheriff, the past Sister Lee Shane, who running for past president. She's been on the show. State Representative Simmons and Rodney Lyne, state representative. So we didn't have different candidates. Anybody that want to be on this show, want to talk to our listening viewing, you're welcome to be on the show. If the governor feel from his office somebody want to be on the show, the governor, any governor candidate, any other candidate that run, if you want to be on the show, come on here. We want you to answer tough questions. But thank you for listening and watching. And our last few minutes that we have, you talk a lot about unfair justice that you have received. Now, number one, first of all, African American, we are known for going to churches, talking to the ministers, and ministers giving them an opportunity to speak to their congregation. Have you have support from any ministers, pastors, community leaders?
Yes, sir. I have a good minister around the parishes of the state of Louisiana. I have some pastors and doctors and bishops who have been strongly bagging me and supporting me. I've been going to churches and speaking. They've been accepting me into the churches. Again, I have also pastors and doctors who are strongly supporting my campaign. They are going majority of the time with me to these surrounding Democratic parties, organizations that I've been speaking at, and majority of the churches. I have also Miss Belinda Wood. Also, she is on the executive committee, a Democrat. She is strong supporter of me also. So again, I have a lot of good people supporting me. And before I get too far, I want to let you know that if you go on my website, Oscar Omar Dantzler, number 44.gov, I have a website there that if you want to donate, I do need help. I'm asking for help. If you feel free to donate through my website there, through the PayPal account, or you can contact us through Dantzler Campaign. If you want to write a check out, you can put it down to Dantzler Campaign account. Again, I want to talk about the injustice a little bit. I think our injustice system sucks in the state of Louisiana. If you're tired of seeing how our loved ones are being brutality, beat down, our loved one by the law enforcement, you all need to vote for me. I want to make sure that our law enforcement will be held accountable, like the Sterling case. That was murder. As your next governor, I will do everything in my power to reopen that case. Now, our justice system, let's look at our non-violent criminals. I want to reform our justice system. I want to let you all know from $31,000 to $60,000 a year. This was at now, it costs to house one inmate. Now, our nonviolent criminal, why can't we put him or her back at home with the family, put them on a payment plan, work release, let them pay the restitution out, just say $55,000 a year. I want to take that, put it back into our state. That's going to open up more job opportunity, pay raises, etc. So just for one inmate, look at the thousands of inmates that we can possibly set free today. And again, some more injustice here is this probation and parole. I think that's injustice. I want to reform that. I must make it quick. If someone's on parole 5 years, for 4 3.5 months, he or she walked the chalk line. All of a sudden, they get into argument confrontation. The PO can violate them, make them go back to do the 5 years. I think that's injustice. I want to make sure within 1 year, other way after they done paid their restitution, they walk the chalk line. I want to make sure that they be terminated and given all their rights back. So again, injustice is strongly need reinforcement and reform in the state of Louisiana. Our voters' right. We need to restore our people's voters' right. Again, I need your support, and I'm begging and urging for your support. I need donation. Please go to my website, my Facebook page, and share this information with someone. Thank you so much. And please vote number 2 on October the 12th for Dr. Oscar Omar for your next governor for the state of Louisiana. Thank you.
Send him some money. Send him some money.
Doc, Dr. William and I, we were going to ask you for a closing statement, but I think you done did it already, Doc.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So you have one more minute.
Support. I'm for the citizen. You need to vote for me. Thank you so much.
I don't know no other way to say it, Doc.
Governor Evans would say, "Won't you help me, please?" Yeah.
But anyway, that concludes our show for today. Again, we thank our listening audience, and I know some of them gonna view the show a little later on today, and I know many of them gonna call and want this link. But again, we thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
And we realize there's a fight, and we tell any candidate if they Mr. Dantzler, he articulated himself real well, and we hope that y'all will consider his candidate. And we tell any candidate that come on this show, you can have it your way. Satan and we did let him have it his way today. So we hope him success in everything that he do, and we thank everybody for listening and watching Church Without Walls. Dr. Williams.
No such thing.